Okay, let's be honest for a second. Does your workday ever feel like you're just running on a hamster wheel of tiny, repetitive tasks? I think we've all been there. Well, what if I told you there's a way to get off that wheel and actually focus on the work that matters? Today, we are diving into how a powerful new ally, yep, artificial intelligence, can help you do exactly that.
Take a look at this number, 40%. Just let that sink in for a moment. It's a huge chunk, right? But what if I told you that this number represents something you're losing every single day at work?
That's right. Almost half of our workday gets completely eaten up by things like sorting through emails, scheduling yet another meeting, taking notes, doing routine updates. You know the drill. It's that daily grind that just leaves you feeling drained, wondering where all the time went. If you've ever felt like you're drowning in admin work instead of doing the big creative thinking you were hired for, you're definitely not alone. But just imagine for a second, what would you do if you suddenly had nearly half of your work week handed back to you? What kind of projects could you finally get off the ground? What new skills could you learn? What big ideas could you bring to life? That's the promise we're going to explore right now. So how do we actually get that time back? Well, it starts with a little shift in thinking. Let's stop seeing AI as this complex, scary technology and start thinking of it as your own personal team of superpowered assistants, each one ready to tackle the boring stuff. So let's meet a few of them. First up, the calendar. Man, what a mess that can be. But tools like Reclaim AI are amazing. They basically act like your own personal scheduler. It can automatically block off focus time for you every morning for that big project, and it'll just move less important meetings around without you even touching anything. Then there's Coda, which can look at all your docs and to-do lists and help you figure out what's actually important. The goal here is simple. Stop managing your time and let your new assistant protect it for you. Okay, what about writing? That blinking cursor on a blank page, a total time sink. Well, Compose AI is this brilliant little extension that basically helps you write faster, right inside your browser. And for bigger stuff, you can create what are called custom GPTs that learn your company's unique voice. You could just tell it, hey, write a launch email for a new product, and poof, it spits out copy that sounds just like you, saving you hours of work. And the back-to-back meetings, instead of trying to type notes and listen at the same time, tools like Otter.ai and Fireflies.ai become your dedicated note taker. They'll transcribe the whole conversation in real time, create a summary, and even pull out a list of action items. This is huge. You get to be fully present and engaged in the conversation, knowing your AI assistant is handling all the paperwork. Okay, so having the right tools, that's a fantastic start. But the tools, they're really only half the story. The real magic, the secret sauce to unlocking their full power, isn't actually in the AI. It's in how you talk to it. It all comes down to learning the art of the prompt. This quote right here, it really nails it. Writing good prompts isn't just some nice-to-have skill. It is the core skill we all need to start developing. If you can master this one thing, your results with every single one of these tools will get exponentially better. So what in the world is prompting? Don't overthink it. It's really just the instruction you give to an AI. But a good prompt, that's a conversation with a crystal clear goal. It's about being super specific, giving it all the necessary background info, and telling the AI exactly what you need in a way that it can't possibly misinterpret. And hey, good news. There's a super simple framework for this. Just think of it in 4 parts. First, persona. Who do you want the AI to be? A brilliant marketer? An expert software developer? Second, task. What exactly do you want it to do? Write a CAG line? Analyze some data? Third, context. What's the background info it needs to know? And last, format. How do you want the answer? In a bulleted list? A table? A short paragraph? Easy. And as you're building your prompts with that framework, just keep the 3 C's in your head. Be concise, get right to the point. Be clear, don't say something vague like, make this better. Tell it how to be better. And finally, be consistent. If you call it a quarterly report, don't suddenly switch to calling it a business summary later on. Simple rules, but they lead to powerful results. Now, I know this might sound a little abstract, so let's make it real. We're going to look at a side-by-side example to see how we can turn a pretty vague, unhelpful prompt into something that's genuinely valuable, just by using this framework. Check this out. On the left, the first prompt, it's fine. But it's so broad, you're going to get a generic textbook-style answer. But look at the improved prompt on the right. It's a total game changer, right? It gives a persona, act as a restaurant marketing expert. It specifies the format, create a bulleted list, and it adds crucial context about consumer price and the fast casual niche.
The result you'll get from this is going to be 1,000 times more useful. It really just proves that old saying, the quality of your input directly determines the quality of your output.
All right, we've gone through the tools, and we've talked about the technique. Now it's time to actually put it all together. Because this isn't just about learning something new, it's about doing something new. So, reclaiming your time, it starts right now with a super simple plan. Look, don't try to do everything at once. You'll just get overwhelmed. Start small. First, just pick one tool from our list, maybe Otter.a for your next meeting, and just promise yourself you'll try it this week. Second, find one annoying repetitive task you do every day and see if you can automate it. And third, practice. Use that 4-part framework to write one really good, detailed prompt. That's it. Building that little bit of momentum is everything.
And it's so important to remember the real goal here. This is not about technology replacing people. Not at all. It's about empowering people. It's about handing off the boring, mundane work to an assistant so that you, your amazing human brain, can be freed up to do what you do best: creativity, strategy, and real innovation.
So we end right where we started, with that 40%. But now it's not a scary number representing lost time. It represents a brand new opportunity. That's basically 2 full days a week handed right back to you. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what will you create with it?